Injured FC, Injured FC, Injured FC. We've got them all, we've got them all. Injured FC. Right, what's going on, people? So welcome back to James Redmond TV, and welcome to a new sort of, obviously, intro, new thumbnail, basically a new revamp of the channel. 2021 is going to be a great year. 2020 has been amazing, and with this being one of the last videos of 2020, I just want to say thank you very much for that. And also, I've got some good news in this video based on updates on injured players, as always, as per usual, you know, standard. Wouldn't be this season if there weren't injuries. But no, people, thank you so much for every ounce of support you've shown over this year. It hasn't even been the whole year, which is the mad thing, and I will get into the news in a sec, but I just need to get this off the bat very, very quick. People who've came from different channels, whether you found this channel by yourself, whether you found it through Expressions, or whether you found it through wherever, just thank you so much for coming over and giving me the chance. Even if you didn't like what you saw, just thank you for the opportunity. It really means a lot. If you did click a like or subscribe or whatever, thank you very much. Every ounce of support is appreciated, and that is very much being reinvested back into the channel. And like I said, 2021, some very big things. I've even got a light, bloody hell, one step at a time, but we're getting there, right? As you can tell by the title, Joel Matip and DIOGO Jota, I have got an update on when the players will be back. Two massive players to not only our starting 11, but our squad as a whole. Joel Matip, all season, when he stepped in and when he's been available, has been absolutely amazing. And everything that he shows on the pitch, leadership, quality, you know, even his passing. The only thing that you can say, really, Joel Matip lacks is a bit of pace. Other than that, he's got everything else. Aerially, phenomenal. Defensively, brilliant. He can even go forward and put a pass through, we saw the other day. It's one of them things with Joel Matip, he's just not reliable. And if we don't have a reliable centre-back in that position, because we know you need a solid, consistent back four, and we haven't even had that, and we're still top of the league, but you need usually you need a solid, consistent back four to win the Premier League, and we're not getting that with Joel Matip. But the news on Matip and DIOGO Jota, I'll start with Matip, is that he will be out for the next 3 weeks. Jurgen Klopp came out and confirmed this himself in an interview, and, like, you know, the positive that we can take there is it could have been worse. It could have, because there was rumours that it was going to be like for 14 weeks, Pringles on steroids, we might as well not see him again because he just keeps getting injured. He can't play more than 3 games in a row, and that's a fact with Matip, and that's why I'm saying to you, we need to go out in January, and we absolutely categorically must invest. There's no doubt about it. We need a new centre-back, and I'm not even saying get one on the level of a Joel Matip. I understand January is a very, very difficult time to make certain decisions and make certain approaches, because players aren't looking to move in January. Obviously, the world right now is a bit crazy in terms of the situation, so I am aware that it's not just going to be as willy-nilly as just going out and spending however many million on a centre-back. But Liverpool are going for league fucking titles, and when our team is going for league fucking titles, we need to make sure that we are right in every single position. We know it only takes margins, certain results, and we've not had many great results recently, but we know it takes margins and certain results to get over the line and actually get that Premier League title. That's why last season we had to go on and win every game, or we felt like we had to go on and win every game, because we knew if we dropped points, then that would have been crucial. And I am not disputing that the games that we've drew recently, it doesn't have a part to play with the injuries that we've had. But we also could have won them games. Let's be real. We've got through bigger games with players with weaker sides against better teams. So I'm not going to use the excuse, oh, well, the game against West Brom is a one-off, or the Fulham game is a one-off, or the game that we've just had is a one-off. It's just one of them things. Like, I'm not going to do that against Newcastle as a one-off. None of them are one-offs. It's the fact that we haven't got a solid back four there that can keep compact throughout the whole game. Obviously, the chances taken and stuff is a big issue, which is why I'll lead into DIOGO Jota. The rumours on DIOGO Jota is he will be back by the end of January, obviously barring nothing else comes in or jumps in with his injury. James Pearce confirmed this himself, which is obviously great news, because one thing, like I said, when I mentioned those games against the Newcastle, against the Fulham, against the West Brom, all these teams that we got very narrow draws against, a Diogo Jota in them games, and he did play one or two of them, but you get the point that I'm trying to address. Him in them games makes a difference. Him against Newcastle yesterday, he could probably put one of them chances away, because it didn't look like Salah was going to get a goal anytime soon. There was many things that went wrong yesterday. Mane didn't really look like he had the creative spark as usual. So Diogo Jota would have been a perfect fit, and I do think we've saw that we miss Diogo Jota. We love him. Diogo Jota, the greatest Portuguese player in world football. So many neutrals just unsubscribing right now, and that's fine. I'm a dickhead. It's one thing that you've got to sign when you join the Redmond army. It's like, you need to know that the person you're watching is a knob. Boom, there you go. I need to stop swearing though. It's one thing I need to start doing, or if I'm going to, at least edit it out, because I feel like it's disrespectful to certain people. Anyway, back on the topic of video, Diogo Jota, yeah, we need him. He's massive. Not only to the starting 11, but the squad as a whole. Both of these players, in Joel Matip and Diogo Jota, is massive to the starting 11, hence why I've put it in one news video, because they're both huge. Joel Matip, when Joel Matip isn't in the team, who have we got? Nat Phillips. And I'm doing a show later, by the way, a new show. Make sure you're on the channel for that. In fact, at time of watching, you can go and set yourself a reminder. It's the first episode of a new show that I'm going to call LFC Talk, basically like an hour, 2-hour podcast where I talk to you about all the things that have happened in the latest week with Liverpool. You can go and check that out on my channel. Like I said, I'll be talking about this a little bit more with you, but as well as other things. I thought this, like I said, deserved its own sort of video, and I'm saying it deserves its own video because I feel like these little injuries, like a Joel Matip, especially Joel Matip, by the way, because he's a centre-back, these are the ones that are going to define whether Liverpool can really go on and push for this league title, because we can. Why? Because we're Liverpool Football Club. It's what we do right now. We go for league titles because of the team that we've got. But if you don't go out and reinvest in a new centre-back, then that's just not going to happen, in my opinion. Because how can you rely on a Nat Phillips or a Reece Williams to step in for the remainder of the season against very difficult players like a Callum Wilson? Every team's got their own little Callum Wilson. Maybe not that exact player, but every team has got a tricky player that can cause defensive problems, can cause defences problems, and that's why you need them to be playing week in, week out with each other. And Reece Williams and bloody hell, have we even had 2 consecutive games where we've played the same centre-back partnership? Probably once or twice, but certainly no more than that, because we've had that many injuries at the back. Joe Gomez and Virgil van Dijk, our 2 starting centre-backs, by the way, are out. Currently, we've got a very unreliable centre-back in Joel Matip. Very good centre-back, but very unreliable. Kind of like Eric Bailly at Manchester United. And then you've even got Fabinho, who, by the way, isn't a centre-back. Can I establish that to you? He's not a centre-back. So right now, we've got one senior centre-back, because let's be honest, no one has a Scooby-Doo on God's green earth about Reece Williams or Nat Phillips a year ago. No one did. I didn't, you didn't. You might have knew who he was. I knew who Nat Phillips was. I didn't know who Reece Williams was. I knew who Nat Phillips was, but I never expected him to come into the first team. I solely saw Nat Phillips as you are in the youth system, and we're waiting to sell you for a good couple of million. That's the way I looked at Nat Phillips. Not, oh, if we get injuries, you step up. If you told me, oh, Dejan Lovren's replacement is going to be Nat Phillips, and Nat Phillips hasn't done much wrong in these games, by the way, so I'm not shitting on him. I'm just trying to give to you, we're Liverpool Football Club, and we can get better, and we can't be relying on these centre-backs when, like I said, I've just gave you the case study that I've just gave you, a very good but unreliable centre-back in Matip, a very good centre-back who isn't actually a centre-back in Fabinho, Reece Williams, who was playing in the conference last year or whatever, and then you've got Nat Phillips, who isn't even someone who's had regular Premier League football, barely Championship football. It's not rocket science that I'm saying. I'm not going on a rant for nothing. I want to win a league title. Liverpool want to win a league title again. I'm sure of it. I'm sure they want to go out and win back-to-back titles. But the news that I'm hearing that we're not going to go out and get a new centre-back is outrageous. Outrageous. And if Liverpool don't, then Liverpool fans need to be concerned, and we might need to start readjusting our expectations for this season. Because how can you expect to get much further with the current circumstances? Now, like I said, I'm doing a show later. We'll go into more about who we should buy, more of the details of why Liverpool won't be going out and buying a centre-back. There's so many reasons and things to delve into. This was just a video to let you know that Joel Matip is back, that Diogo Jota, Joel Matip is back in 3 weeks. Diogo Jota is back at the end of January. even though that sounds like a short time, there's still a lot of games to be played in that amount of time, hence why I'm saying, let's go out, let's reinvest, let's reinforce this squad, and let's go and win this league. Because if this is Man City, I feel like they're making that type of a decision in that aspect. You know, like if we've got only youth players available to play next to a centre-back that isn't a centre-back, then yeah, we need to go out and reinvest. This is more than just the Eric Laporte being out or whatever, just one of your best centre-backs being out. It's not that case now for Liverpool. We have got many injuries. It's only being sugarcoated by the fact that a few of them have been coming back, like a DIOGO and whatnot. But we're still in a position where we're vulnerable, and we've got big games coming up against the Southampton, who are very good offensively, Man United. I'm surprised we haven't got a deal done already. But hopefully, in the next few days, Liverpool can come at me and be like, yo, James, we heard you, we watched your video, here's a centre-back, here's like a Pau Torres. Let me know in the comments down below what you'd want to see come into the January transfer window. But thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe, and as I said, make sure you are on the channel for later for the new show. Once more, 2020 has been amazing. Want to thank you all for it, just in case this is the last time you're going to see my ugly mug. Thank you, leave a like, subscribe, and peace out, people.